How about my guy Kirby Smart making $13 million? I'm to the point where I'm numb to this, that you could have said $20 million, and it's turned into monopoly money for me. And I come from a time where I covered football that it wasn't monopoly money. Assistant coaches got $75,000 a year in the 90s, which isn't bad money, but it's hardly life-changing money. Now assistant coaches get life-changing money. Now head coaches get insano money. I'm not surprised that he got a raise. I'm not surprised he's at $13 million. His deal should be to make $1 more than the other highest paid coach in the nation, right?
I'm not surprised. I totally understand it.
But you're going to say he's not worth it, are you?
Kirby Smart specifically is not worth it.
Okay. And because I would disagree, 2 championships are on my side.
Coaching at Georgia is on my side. And this is not Ray Goff's Georgia. This is not even Mark Richt's Georgia. Georgia, after Mark Richt, and this is well documented, by the way, you know this, Dave. When Mark Richt was there, they had kind of a Notre Dame thing, but for the SEC, that's why they went so long without a national title, is that they had a demand of like a certain level of integrity that they would carry themselves with the program, right? They wouldn't take certain players. They were quick to dismiss certain players, certain things like that. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
They threw all that out the window when they hired Kirby Smart. They basically said, we're tired of losing. And so they threw it all out the window. That doesn't mean that they're bad. I mean, I'm not saying that they became like have less integrity than Tennessee or anything like that, but they stopped having more integrity than everybody else. They said, we can't do this if we're going to win.
Agreed.
Once they stopped doing that, Georgia became, again, as I talked about, one of those top 3 jobs with LSU and Ohio State where a dog could go win a national title coaching at that school. Okay.
Well, I don't say a dog. Let's say the most average coach could win 6 games. How about that? That's realistic.
Okay, I would have said a bad coach could win 6 games. An average coach could win a national title at Georgia, even to a below average coach.
Well, Mark Richt was an above average coach.
Mark Richt was a great coach, but he was hamstrung by the integrity that Georgia lived by.
Well, exactly. But the point being, you don't have. You're not going to be a good coach. My definition is not going to win a national championship. You've got to be a great coach. I mean, is Matt Brown a good coach or a great coach?
I think he's a good coach. And I think Les Miles is a bad coach, and he won a national championship. I think Ed Orgeron's a bad coach and won a national championship.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not going to necessarily argue with that. But Kirby Smart specifically, why is he not worth $13 million at Georgia? Because they have so much talent, because they have so much facilities. I don't think you're giving him very much credit for building that.
They're so loaded with talent, and I think they were pretty good before Kirby Smart got there with getting the talent in the door. Keeping it because of their standards was the problem. And I think Kirby Smart, look, I just have to, yes, Kirby Smart won 2 straight national titles. He backed in 2021 after losing the SEC championship game. And then he broke through and went undefeated and won it in 2022. But we're forgetting. I mean, Kirby Smart was at Georgia from 2016 to 2020. He was there for 5 full years before he won a national title. And he choked away the 2017 national title game because of poor coaching in the second half. I mean, that's factually true. And then 2018, 2019, couldn't get over the Alabama LSU humps. 2020, Dan Mullen beat him to win the East when Dan Mullen was at Florida. Dan Mullen's now fired. And so I don't think, put it this way, I don't think Kirby Smart's as rare of a coach as people think. I think he's a good coach. I think he might even be a great coach. I don't think he's Nick Saban great. I don't think he's that rare of a breed of a coach. I think you could replace Kirby Smart with about 10 other guys in college football.
Interesting. So our poll question that's up now, who will shake up the SEC more, Texas or Oklahoma? Texas with 88% of the vote, Oklahoma with 12% of the vote. And I'm going to replace that here in just one moment. But How many coaches do you believe could win 2 championships at Georgia and take that program from a B+ to an A+, which I would say it is?
I think there's a minimum of 10 coaches right now who could do it.
I was going to say 6.
Yeah. Like, okay, if Lane Kiffin were at Georgia, you don't think he could win 2 national titles? I bet he'd do it earlier than Kirby Smart did it.
Would Lane Kiffin win a championship at Georgia? I'm going to say he will. He would have. I think he would have hit the ground running, maybe even a little bit more. I don't remember Kirby Smart's record his first year, but Lane is really good out of getting talent out of guys that don't fit his system. Kirby Smart wants guys that fit his system. So I think Lane would have had better success, but I'm not willing to say that he would have won 2 championships. That to me is pretty lofty, Caleb. I think you're kind of dismissing that too easily.
I think Dabo could do it. If Dabo could do it at Clemson, he could do it at Georgia, where there's so much more talent at Georgia. So I would throw in Dabo.
Well, we're still less than 6. You say 10. I would challenge you to come up with 10 off the top of your head. I just don't see that there's that many elite coaches out there. While Caleb does this, I'll remind you that our friends at Dynasty Pools and Spas has your spa. They deliver it all. It's all to you. The best spas right here in the United States of America, all the chemicals too, and they'll get them to you. With their delivery, just stop by that showroom in Athens. If you tell Off the Hook Sports sent you, tell them that Off the Hook Sports sent you, Dave Hooker, you get $500 off. You know, the best thing about Dynasty Pools and Spas is that they've got it all taken care of. What does that mean? Well, you stop by their showroom and check out their fantastic selection of top-notch spas in that showroom in Athens. Make your pick and get ready, because Dynasty Pools and Spas delivers within 125 miles of that location in Athens, that fantastic showroom. They've got the cover lift, steps, chemicals, and everything you need. Delivery at no extra charge. They're just down the road in Athens. You pick the spa you want, and it'll be there for you. Oftentimes discounted with military and first responders discounts. Also blemish models, or just mention Off the Hook Sports. That's Off the Hook Sports for $500 off. There's a discount for you on spas made right here in East Tennessee. Support local. Dynasty Pools and Spas also has the best chemicals for you and your spa and your pool. No fillers, just the chemicals made right here in East Tennessee. Support local. Dynasty Pools and Spas, $500 off if you mention Off the Hook Sports. $500 off if you mention Off the Hook Sports. Dynasty Pools and Spas, dynastypoolsandspas.com. All right, Caleb, list them off one at a time. What coach could win 2 national championships in the time that it took Kirby Smart to do so at Georgia? And I'll tell you if I agree with them. If you come up with 10, I'm willing to eat crow.
You going to tee up Hank Kingsley for me?
I can.
All right. So let's my guy Travis named one already on his list. So I've already named Dabo, and I've already named and I've named Lane Kiffin. And I named Lane Kiffin.
All
right, so I got 2. All right. Dan Lanning at Oregon. He'd win 2 national titles.
3.
All right.
Now where are you going?
Josh Heupel. Huh? Josh Heupel could win 2 national titles at Georgia.
Give you that.
All righty. I'm still rolling.
You are. You've gotten about to the point that I thought you'd start stumbling.
Dave's head is about to explode, but James Franklin.
That's crazy.
No, not accepting that one. That doesn't count. How many do we have?
How does that not count? Okay.
I get final say. I have veto powers. So how many do we have for real?
I have 5. You're still stuck on 4.
Wait, no. We're on 4. We're a team. All right. So I'm not counting James Franklin, and you can't make me.
All right. Well, I'm going to name one guy this one guy I'm about to name. If you can get to the college football playoff with Cincinnati, you can win 2 national titles with Georgia. So I'm going Luke Fickell, the Wisconsin coach.
Crazy.
Luke Fickell.
He got to the playoff with the Group of 5 school.
Okay. I'm not going Luke Fickell. We're at 4.
You just don't want me to win.
No, I want you to win.
You're rigging this.
I want you to prove me wrong.
Okay,
Franklin's a loser, says Colton, and he's right.
Here's another one. He is a horrible human being, but Hugh Freeze would win 2 national titles at Georgia.
Oof.
He's a terrible human being, but he'd win 2 national titles.
All right, I'll give you that one because we split a little on the James Franklin, but I get benefit of the doubt of the next one because I gave you Lane too. So we're at 5. You still haven't got me to 10. Fickle's
okay, I'm still going to keep rolling on this. If they hired Dan Mullen out of retirement, he'd win 2 national titles.
No. You can't take anybody out of retirement. That's my rule.
Okay, fine. I can't take anybody. Okay, fine. All right, now I
no Urban Meyer, no Nick Saban.
Okay. He's a little bit behind schedule of what I expected at LSU, but I still think he will do it at LSU. And because I think Brian Kelly would win 2 at LSU, I think he'd win 2 at Georgia.
Oh, well. Hey now. Yes, I agree with that.
So we're at 6. I'm not going to say Ryan Day because if he can't do it at Ohio State, he can't do it at Georgia. It's that simple. So I'm leaving Ryan Day out of it, but we're at 6. I think Lincoln Riley could win 2 at Georgia.
That's crazy.
No, wouldn't have the defense. Are we still at 5?
No, 6. We're at 6 because.
All right, we're at my numbers, which is what I said it would be. If we end here, you're going to be like, that Dave, man, he continues to show me how smart he is every day.
Okay, here's another one. Again, I don't think this guy's a great coach, but I think he could win 2 national titles at Georgia. And he goes by the name of Steve Sarkisian.
Hey now. Yeah, Colton said it to. No, Colton said A&M's new coach. I'm sorry, but Steve Sarkisian. Yes, I would say so.
I don't believe in this guy, but he proved me wrong last year. And if he could do this at Florida State, Mike Norvell can win.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Here's why that's crazy is I don't believe that Mike Norvell could do that in the SEC. He had a special year last year, but he was in the ACC. So I'm going to say no on Mike Norvell as we got you back, Caleb. Who's next?
Oh, wow. So we're still at 7 because you won't give me Mike Norvell, even though he just went undefeated at Florida State. Okay. Dave's working overtime to not give me my wins.
True. I want you to win. I want great things for you.
Okay. All right. This is now I'm really going to make Dave's head explode. I think Mark Stoops could win 2 national titles at Kentucky.
That's crazy.
We're going to leave it at 6.
Well, no, we already were at 7. You already gave me 7. Okay. So I already got
Then we met in the middle at 7. How about that?
I'm not trying to meet you. Oh, wait. Mac Brown. He's coaching right now. He won a national title at Texas. If he can win it at Texas, he can win 2 at Georgia.
You suck. Yes.
You know I'm right. Am I not right?
There's no way at this point.
How? He won 1 at Texas.
There's no way.
He won 1 at Texas.
But I think he's older than Methuselah at this point.
So, oh, by the way, what about Kalen DeBoer? He got Washington to the playoff.
Okay. Hey now. That's 8.
So now
I'll give you 8. So as it turns out, Caleb and I together, as we usually are completely right. Sometimes on our own, we're wrong. But when we combine ourselves, we're absolutely right. All right.
And Travis said the Utah coach, Kyle Whittingham. I would throw him in there too, but you know.
Hey now. I'll give you 9. How about that?